So I want to start this video off by reading my senior quote from high school. I said, "I always wear a smile because anything else would make me have to explain what you wouldn't understand anyway." From a very early age, I did not allow myself to be vulnerable, which in turn caused me to basically not have many friends. I had a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people, that would consider me to be a friend, but in order for friendships to really thrive and develop, you need to be vulnerable and you need to not basically put on an act. And for me, I was so busy and worried about not burdening people or not showing the fact that my life wasn't, perfect, that I had, a stepfather that wasn't amazing, he was abusive. I was incredibly insecure due to the fact that we didn't have much money. And so as a result, I basically never allowed myself to really connect and get close with people. Now, to this day, I will see some people that I grew up with that, have watched some of my videos where, I do share, kind of the struggle and the hardship that I went through when I was younger. And one of the things that they always say is, "I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me that you were dealing with this?" And I think about it and it's like, well, at that point in your life, you're so busy and worried about just being like cool and, fitting in that you don't want to basically share these things that are truly, troubling you or impacting you. But as a result, it causes you to never truly get close. And because of the way that I grew up and the fact that, my mom got remarried and I moved schools a few times, I never maintained relationships with people that I grew up with. Fast forward to college and I self-isolated. I never developed that network of people or friends in college. I lived by myself. I never joined a fraternity. I was basically just biding my time, waiting to get out and be in the real world and start my life. And then I graduated college and I moved to Atlanta. Once again, I'm by myself. I don't know anybody here. And so I started to, make some new acquaintances in the fitness world, the fitness community, the nutrition store, but I never really felt like I fit. I never felt like we were really, truly connected. I was acquaintances with a lot of people. I was friendly with a lot of people. I knew a lot of people, but there was nobody that I really considered to be like my friend. And so, long story short, over the course of the past 20 years, I've realized that I have not done a good job facilitating and developing friends. And I talk a lot on this channel about you've got to outgrow people, but what happens when you never really develop that network of friends from the first place, or what happens when you outgrow everybody? And then combine that with the fact that for me, I was never somebody that was close to people that were my age. I always felt like I was a bit of an old soul in the sense that I didn't want to go out and get drunk. I wasn't partying at the bars. I wasn't that type of guy. That wasn't something that interested me, right? But it was what a lot of people that I was basically exposed to were doing. A lot of the people that I knew back in the fitness center days, a lot of them are dead now, because they were hard partying and they were basically in that lifestyle, and I never was that guy. Fast forward to when I became an entrepreneur, and again, I was around a lot of people, right? I had a lot of people that know my name. I know a lot of people. I was friendly. I was able to be social, but I never really connected with people that were my age. I didn't have a 9-to-5 job. I also didn't have kids. And that's one of the things that as you start to get a little bit older and mature, you start to become friends with your kids' friends' parents and the people that you see at soccer games and stuff like that. And that was never me. And so I never developed that network or that friend circle, honestly, until I met Antonio Centeno. And we started the Menfluential Conference, and I met a lot of people through there. But the other day, I really started to think about my friend circle and the fact that I talk in depth about outgrowing people and the fact that if you are truly wanting to succeed, you've got to surround yourself with better people. And so one of the beautiful things with not having bad friend habits or having people that are basically like holding you back or trying to facilitate bad or negative behavior is that it allows you to basically pick and choose and cultivate a circle of people that are like you, like-minded, and that make you feel good about yourself. The people that I consider to be my friend are people that literally, I feel like if there was something that happened and the shit went down and I needed to go bury a body in the woods, I would call these people. I've got a few people in my life that I feel like I could do that, right? That I have allowed myself to get close to. And really, that is just the first thing that you need to understand. If you are somebody that is struggling, really feeling connected or connecting with people, it starts with you being willing to be honest, let your guard down, and be vulnerable. A lot of times as men, I feel like we have a difficult time doing that, right? It's all about like, oh, did you see the football game? Or what's up, bro? Like, let's go hit buys, right? And go to the gym and talk about boobies. Like, a lot of times as men, our relationships are very like surface level. But when you allow yourself to go a little bit deeper, that's when true friendships and bonds happen. One of the realities is that many friendships are built on convenience, all right? It's people that you grew up with, your friends from high school, the gym, or work, right? We become friends with people that are around us, right? But when you don't have that circle around you, then it's up to you to basically cultivate it or find your quote-unquote tribe. The other reality is that as you start to grow, it's going to start to basically uncover weaknesses or deficiencies in relationships, all right? As you start to grow, as you want to do better, as you start to evolve and your life changes, a lot of times it basically creates glaring problems with some of the relationships that you have. Or you start to realize, you know what? It's probably not a good idea if I keep hanging out with that dude and go to the bar every Saturday, right? The other thing that happens is we confuse social interaction with social media with friendships. We think, oh, if I can go on and not be lonely, or I can go on and look at other people, or I can connect with people online, it's the same thing as friendships. It's not. It's wildly different. On the flip side, you can literally be surrounded by people in your daily life and feel incredibly alone. Something else that I've realized is as you start to evolve and outgrow people, it's not necessarily a comfortable thing because they may be like, hey, why aren't you hanging out anymore? Why aren't you calling anymore? And it can make you feel kind of bad about yourself. But the truth is, it's a good thing deep down because without growing, without the evolution, without you allowing some of these friendships to basically run their course, you're never going to be the man that you could potentially be. And one of the things that nobody talks about with getting older is you stop wanting to bullshit yourself and other people. You don't have to pretend anymore. And that's one of the other things. When you start to get more comfortable with who you are, where you're going, it also makes you more comfortable with who you're not and who you don't want to hang out with. And that is one of the other liberating things that, honestly, like, I wish I knew was going to happen, and that is, it's all right to just not want to hang out with people anymore. If you just don't get any value from hanging out and talking and having the stupid conversations with certain people, don't hang out and don't have them. So I guess the action steps for you, if you are somebody that wants to basically have better friends, step number one is be more intentional with who you actually befriend. And number two is be vulnerable, all right? Stop having surface conversations. And now I'm not saying to always like go into a new relationship or friendship like super heavy, super like, oh, like laying all your baggage out there. No, that is something that is going to honestly make people like be like, yo, what's going on? Same thing happens with women, all right? Being vulnerable is one thing, but you've got to work into it. You've got to have that mutual trust before you just like drop like emotional bombs on people. Third step is be the friend you wish you had. Unfortunately, relationships in any capacity, whether or not it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, it takes nurturing. All right, think of it like a flower, right? If you don't water it, right, or put time in or energy or check in once in a while, the relationship is going to basically die. You've got to be intentional with keeping up with the people that you want to be friends with. all right? Just letting a year go past and never checking in is not a way to facilitate and nurture a solid friendship. The next thing is cut out toxic people or people that you don't get any value from. And this sounds a little bit cold and harsh, but you don't have time to waste on people that just don't matter. And I'm not saying that they're bad people, but they're not right for you or where you want to go or the life you want to live. You know, the truth is, if you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and you feel like you don't truly have many friends or you're outgrowing them, the good news is you're evolving. The bad news is, in order to facilitate the friends that you truly want, you've got to basically be more intentional with becoming the man that you were meant to be. When you do that, the right friends, they'll find you.